what loss has changed my life. To share this, it could be a personal, but also it also has become a foundation of my peaceful weekend investing. If you're ready, just type ready so I can share with you. The biggest loss which I had was my day when my dad passed away. I was in South Africa and I was working on my first project in Johannesburg, and it was a devastating moment. And completely that has changed my life. What did I do different? I completely transformed myself from the day when I was traveling back from Johannesburg back to New Delhi, where my dad was at that time. And I used to, have a lot of fun. Just passed out of college, my first job, and I was really enjoying my journey. But he was one of my financial kind of advisor that time, because he had understanding of stock market investing, and he was like my guru, and it was just unimaginable. But from there on, I just took a decision to get rid of all my bad habits, really focus on every hour to make sure stabilize my family, and make sure that my sister and my mother can resettle in Bangalore before I moved out to Dubai and other places. But that was one of my biggest learning, which I took into my stride, and bring the family together. But then there is a learning which I got from that, and that is the biggest learning I got it, that take the losses seriously. Hear me out. Take the losses seriously, and make sure when you have wins, take the motivations from the wins, and this as an habit, right? You always have to take motivations from the win and keep moving forward. Now, this is very much an applicable framework which I use as part of Peaceful Weekend Investing. I didn't knew back then that became a part of my Peaceful Weekend Investing framework, which I was investing, and I'm going to give you example of because this channel is about stock market investing and things like that. So it's all about life as well as investing. Everything, binds together. You cannot have a life and investing two separate pieces. They all kind of. So I used to start doing, and after my dad passed away, I was just kind of working through what is the best approach I can compound the earnings which I'm having, but I was not getting much of a headwind on it, and I had my own journey which I'll share with you at some point. But then I still remember I had picked up one of my first multi-bagger, Motherson Sumi, and that was based on my broker's advice, and I just made one of the biggest multi-bagger from that particular stock. And then I had a similar situation where I invested in Suzlon, which everybody knows that what happened to that, and I had few investments in US market as well. So the learning was that there should be a method to madness, and that should be associated with your lifestyle. All right, it cannot be just integrated, because the people are doing scalping, people are doing day trading, people are doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, one day, whatever it is. There are many ways to skin the cat, but what works for you based on your psychology, that is what one has to work towards that journey. And Peaceful Weekend Investing is the way I kind of adopted towards it. It is, it's more about how you can associate your lifestyle and your investing journey, and be able to take the blend of technicals, fundamentals, psychology. Obviously that is something which is there, which is nothing new from my side. It's more about how you can combine that and make it as a package as a busy professional. And that is something which I took my learning from my loss from Suzlon, as well as win from Motherson Sumi, and try and create those multi-baggers compounding engines, right? So that's what I want to share. So just to summarize with, take your wins and take your losses seriously, and wins, take motivation from your wins, and ensure that you're moving forward, and try and make sure all of this should convert into a kind of an approach which you can benefit in that journey. If there was one thing which you learned from this particular video, do give in the comment box. I would love to hear that. What was your biggest loss, and what did you take inspiration from that? At the same time, I'd love to hear what you're learning from this video, and give a thumbs up, and also subscribe to Peaceful Weekend Investing channel. My name is Shivendra Bhatia, and I'll love to connect with you and have more future conversations like this. Till next video, bye bye.